On this week's episode of the Kokomo Press Podcast, we wish a happy Veterans Day to all the veterans, including all three of us, and we meet the most toxic Trump girls ever.
I'm Simon Dempsey. You're going to get to hear about my endeavors on the street corners and my porn Mount Rushmore.
Ooh.
And we also did a little barber training, which, does your barber stack up?
We'll have to figure that out.
Oof.
We talk about all this and more on this week's episode of the Kokomo Press Podcast.
Warning, this video contains adult content not suitable for children.
What's up? It's Kokomo Press Podcast. I'm Jordan Grainger, and today I'm joined by...
Hey, I'm Jordan Bell.
Oh my God, Jordan Bell. He's
Hi.
back co-hosting. Can you believe it? I'm excited.
Yeah.
And we have a very special guest because, Jordan's back co-hosting with me, which is amazing. But we had to bring the greatest guest of all time, Simon Dempsey's in the house.
Thank you.
We get some claps going.
I
We
am
always
so
have to do little
excited
claps.
about this. So excited. This is the first time I've seen you not, and I haven't been drunk. So I'm going to be real. So,
I'm half cocked right now. I'm a little excited too,
but every time I see him, I'm like, oh my God, that's Simon. But I am so obliterated.
I love it.
He's out of it.
Yeah.
Well, that's awesome. Like we've talked about you a couple weeks ago. You went out. You brought the sign, the infamous sign. At this point, we have to say it. I mean, the infamous sign, brought it out and panhandled for pussy, which is like the greatest thing ever.
That's the only thing to panhandle for. You know what I'm saying? Like, what can you panhandle for? That's more valuable than pussy.
I know, right?
It's amazing.
And I mean, it killed. I mean, as much as people like to, we had a lot of haters in the comments. It's one of the things I always like to bring up because I think it's funny when it's clearly a bit that you're doing.
Hate on this?
I know. How can you hate? It's like the weirdest shit ever.
Right.
But I mean, you're doing this bit where you're going out there and you're doing it, and it's like, to me, it's hilarious because like we have a lot. It's panhandling has gotten pretty crazy in Kokomo. We talked about this a lot on the podcast. Even you and I have talked a lot about it, and it's like it's great to see a positive post about panhandling. There's a lot of positive pussy panhandling post. God, I feel like I'm an alliteration king today.
Dr. Seuss book.
Post.
No, but like what when you originally did it the first time, what was the inspiration behind it?
Okay, so I'd like to think of some like great story. I'm just a fucking idiot. I mean, honestly, like I'm just a fucking idiot. And I was off work for a while, and I said, man, I need to hit that corner. I got to put in some work. So drew the sign up. Took me embarrassingly longer than what it should. I hadn't colored since like second grade. You know? So it took a while, but yeah, I just was like, let's do it, and stood out there for like 5 hours.
Yeah. I mean, I remember it hitting the first time, and that people were like, I was going on social media, and it was like somebody had posted like, "There's a guy panhandling trying to get a girlfriend," and it popped off, and then so like you've got like a shit ton of people, like a bunch of different like posts. So you've got multiple different posts all over the place, all talking about it. But I never saw like a centralized post about it. Like
no,
Corey had a big one, I think.
Yeah. I had one. I think it was one of the very first pictures that anyone took, like when I very first got out there. And I actually remember this girl taking the picture. I cannot think of what her name is right now, but the picture that she put got shared almost 2,000 times.
Yeah,
so that was like the big one. But I did not actually. I mean, I did afterwards, but I didn't really like go out there like to try to make the post myself. I just wanted it to just spread.
Isn't that great though?
Yeah,
that how organic that was.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie. I figured like you listened to some Diddy, some I Need a Girl, and you were like, I need a girl. Because I know you do the karaoke thing, right? But like, I thought you got in that groove and you're like, let's do it.
Yeah.
My bad.
I wish that there was a good inspirational story, but I'm just a fucking dumbass. Like that.
Oh, that's cool.
The things that pop into my head daily would probably scare most, and I'm not very reserved on my posts and things I say, but every once in a while I do like, okay, Simon, wait, slow down, don't do this. So
see, I
think you're in the right room.
You're in the right room.
Exactly.
You were
yes,
in the right room,
amongst
and
friends
that's your
here.
kindred spirit right there. Because this guy sometimes he goes off on social media, and I'm like, oh, Jordan, we gotta reel Jordan back in. But me, I get in moments. So like you'll see like a week period where I'll just like I remember recently I got in one of those like manic situations where I'm just gonna post every fucking thought, and Jordan was like, somebody need to take away your social media for the week.
Right.
You know it's bad, but I'm like, man, come on, we got to reel him in.
Yeah. Yes.
But it's okay. I get in trouble at my own house on probably the daily now. So I had a couple posts just in the past week that like I'm pretty sure Kim hates me for. So yeah,
Kim's like on like multiple different accounts, like report. I'm getting this motherfucker in jail. We're gonna put a stop to this.
I think she absolutely hates my social media persona. So, but yeah.
So we're gonna get a little toxic today because in the meaning of spirit.
She left.
Happy Veterans Day. Let's say that all three of us are veterans here. We got Air Force.
Yeah.
We got Army, and we got Navy. The only person we don't have in the house is the Marines, and that's because they're gay. I'm just kidding. They're great. I love Marines. I'm just playing. They are gay though. They are the gayest branch. Everybody always thinks the Navy's the gayest branch, but it's the Marines always trying to fuck us. That's what it is.
It is.
I swear.
I don't know. The Marines, like, okay, not to say something too bad, but I mean, the Marines die first, generally. So, like, that's why they're not
Push
there.
them out.
Go.
We're all
Respectfully.
Operation Get Behind the Marines. Remember that on South Park, the worst one? That's the worst joke ever with Chef. That was like, I love that so much. But anyway, I happy Veterans Day to all the veterans out there, including this guy. I don't know if you know the internet lore behind this. Do you know the internet lore?
I think I remember it, but I remember private something. Definitely his girl got banged by everybody.
Yeah.
That was one of the pictures was like him and her, like he's like, oh, we're finally home. And then they would show like a picture and she's like one of the girls that was like, there's like multiple photos of her on the bed getting ready to like, this is my first time.
Exact same fucking outfit. Like,
oh yeah,
it was same. I think it was same day.
Honestly, it had to be set up. It had to, or it was just so toxic that it's perfect.
I just want to believe that it was real.
So happy Veterans Day to all the veterans.
Honestly, that happened to me in real life.
Oh,
kind
God.
of. So
Oh,
yeah, I love my ex.
Yeah.
Or, I don't love my ex, but like,
see, I had like when I was overseas, basically just hanging out. You guys probably went somewhere cool. I don't know if you went anywhere
Iraq,
cool.
yeah.
Iraq, and you'd went to.
I went to Afghanistan, did a couple things.
I went to Italy.
That's cool.
Yeah,
I
we
mean,
went
I
to all
went
the combat areas.
I went to Germany.
Yeah, that's.
Yeah.
But I mean, you guys went to combat, and I was like Guantanamo Bay. That's like the closest I got to anything. But like when I was down there was so many girls that like from back home that I was like, you're the only one. I swear, you're the only one. And then one of them like got a real boyfriend, and I was like, oh, I got cheated on while I was in the service. Like, you know what I mean? Like just drama, just dramatic as fuck.
Yeah.
Just that. This is why this is the toxic podcast this week. That's why
That's
I like
why I
the
have
toxicity.
PTSD and shit.
That's
why I'm fucked up.
You can't say military PTSD in the same as like, is it literal PTSD?
I mean, like, yeah.
Yeah?
From all of that.
Yes.
From all of that. Even
It's like
shit
the
like
perfect
that.
storm
I
of
mean,
like bullshit because like it's like you have access, like with the advent of social media, we all like joined when social media was like first like kicking off and kind of its heyday, and with the advent of it, we like had like soldiers, sailors, Marines, airmen before us, they like knew their girl was back home, and it was like maybe something's happening. Now we're like on social media and people are messaging like, hey, your girl's fucking, and it's like we have contact.
well, that's kind of how it was
changed
for
it.
me. Like, people were telling me, like, back in the day, and I'm just like, oh, fuck it. So I was dealing with that, plus, like, probably going somewhere and could die, right?
Yeah,
that's a fucking lot.
It's
There's
a lot.
PTSD from all of that shit.
I'm
Mental
just
health
saying-
issues from all that shit, bro.
I'm just sitting here listening to you guys,
sorry.
and I'm thinking about how the only thing that mattered to me was Mafia Wars on motherfucking MySpace, and how like somebody done pissed me off in my platoon, and I'm like, man, I hope that they get killed out here on this mission today. I'm kidding. It's a joke.
I love your level of toxic. We are friends.
Yes.
This might be bad.
Right.
No, I love it though. Like we all do have that in common. And this is Veterans Day was on Friday. It's Veterans Day weekend, so I figured this is actually the perfect podcast to have.
Did you
this
get a
weekend.
bunch of thank you for your services?
Yeah. How many did you give? A lot of thank you for your cervixes.
I did. I you know, like I said on Facebook, I was like, it's Veterans Day, so you need to bag a dad today. You know, patriotic service. You know, civil duties.
I love how you use the dad. You know, if you're a good dad, it's like the best thing. Like, look at me and my kids. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
It's the
Yeah.
best.
Absolutely.
And I mean, you are a good dad in general. So like being a good dad is completely. It's one thing we all have in common. We talked about it a little bit before the podcast. Is we all have a shit ton of kids.
A mob. Yeah.
So many kids.
I'm not
so we're
crisping
taking
the law
over.
yet.
Oh yeah, he's. But you don't see the back. The back is like
the back is the best.
check it out.
We'll show it later.
Yeah, I mean, with Veterans Day, with everything going on, having like all the fellas in here from the different services, we had to put out the meme again of Brian, Call of Duty, Black Ops, very, rest in peace, Brian. He finally lost on that game, I guess, or something. I don't know. All the sailor Marines, and then Courtney, the joke was about all the little sailors that died in her cervix. That was the joke. Like, thank you for your cervix, all the sailors that died from Plan B.
Yes.
I was gonna make I made that joke on Facebook. I was like goofing off, and I was like, I didn't want to make it specific about her because that's the hard part about having like it's all of us fellas, and it's fun like rib each other, and then like there's a woman that's always like you're a whore, even if she's not. Like,
it'd just be easier if she made those jokes about herself.
Yeah.
Come on, Courtney, step it up. I'm just playing.
She does. She posts them all the time on fucking on her own page. And I'm like, just post a couple of toxic female stuff on our page.
Right.
We need the toxic women to come to us. They already see enough of us of our toxicity and bullshit. So, honestly, I was wondering if this popped up on my shit, and I needed to ask you guys about this.
God damn.
How the Grinch stole thickness. I was like, man, Christmas is around the corner. Couple Christmas hams down there, clearly.
I know somebody that can fit that costume though.
Listen. The first thing I saw.
Let me get her Snapchat right quick.
That's his girl.
Sorry.
No, like as soon as I saw that, I was like, that's Kim proportions there. That's like that's some thickness. So maybe a little taller.
I'm just curious what that ass tastes like.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, what's a Grinch's butt taste like?
Garbage, right?
I'll eat it. Call me Oscar. I love trash.
Yeah. Oscar's also green as well. You know what I mean?
Oh, boy.
It ain't easy being green. And that's like Kermit the Frog. We'll just mix the Muppets, fucking Sesame Street, and Grinch all together. They're all green things.
All green love.
All green love,
Although we're segregating the greens.
Yeah.
I'll paint them white.
It's cool.
Fucking Cameron Diaz from There's Something About Mary.
Yes.
Just white in the hair at least,
Grinch was like, this shit's gonna take weeks to get out of my fur, motherfucker.
That's insane. I want to play a game with you guys. If you guys want to do this. So a couple weeks ago I did Smash or Pass with Matt Perez. This week we're gonna do Would or Would Not. So we're gonna call it. And so we're gonna start first with this lovely lady. Okay, so it's a little sad, but a mother has died after doing cocaine on the first night out after the birth of her baby. So this woman has a good birth to the baby. She goes out on a night and does cocaine, and then she's gone. Would or would not? Is this the type of woman that you would?
Well, I'm just gonna say.
Oh, that's the type of woman I generally attract on the low key. That would probably have a baby and then die afterwards.
Yeah.
That's my life.
I don't know if you guys seen that Casey Anthony's doing an interview coming out, and she's about to
cannot wait
release the secrets of me and her's relationship. So if I'm fucking her child killing ass, I'm definitely beating up cocaine girl here for sure. She's hot.
Yeah, honestly, she's an attractive woman. Like she's a good looking lady. Like it's sad that her life ended so quickly. Little cocaine.
She's had a lot done.
Yeah, or just like really good angles and a lot of contouring.
It could be that. I don't know. That's always kind of off-putting.
Well, speaking of women who have had things done, let's talk a little bit. This is our next contestant.
Whoa.
This is I'm addicted to big lips. Doctors say I could die, but I won't stop. Would or would not? You see the bottom photo, this is the before, and then the after.
That looks like a character off SpongeBob.
Yeah.
I kind of got a thing for that. So I'm saying would. I'm going to say would.
Bro, your Usher levels are toxic. I love it.
Usher toxic. I feel like it kind of looks like a baboon's asshole, like her lips do. Like
I do that too, so.
I don't know if I could, because
would quicker. Would quicker.
I don't know.
It's a lot to process, if I'm being honest. And the eyebrows being so fucking far apart. The eyebrows are as far apart as the lips are wide.
I just don't understand why you would change from what you were to all that. But
she was cute before for sure.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, or even just like slow down like a little bit and then stop. Like why go completely that far?
I mean, I can't be judging nobody. Do your thing, but like that's excessive, and it looks like your lips are gonna like just like blow out. Honestly, it looks like your lips have anally prolapsed.
I think I'm gonna change mine to would not, just because I'm worried like if there was ever like a video or pictures taken, their lips are so big it would make my penis look so small. So I really
that's
don't
a
think,
legitimate scare
like
too.
that,
Yeah.
like you always want to go for like the midget hands on there because it makes it look monstrous.
Yeah.
But that would do the other effect, and I would look really tiny. So that's a would not. Never mind.
Change my mind. For my own personal preservation and the preservation of my dick size.
Right.
We got a couple more here. Let's do this one. So I'm 25 and won't have sex until I'm married. Why can't I get a man? I like kissing and cuddling, but when I tell boyfriends I want to walk or wait before to take things further, that's the last I see of them. So you waiting? Is she hot enough to wait?
Is she one of these girls from high school that would like give it up annually because that's not really losing your virginity? Because if that's the case, we going.
You mean a Catholic?
Right, exactly.
Are you Catholic?
Yes.
Fuck me in the ass, because I love Jesus.
I'm saving my vagina for my husband.
Yeah, I'm not saying it out loud, but I knew a couple girls that were like, yeah, I've done butt stuff, but I don't really do anything else. And I'm like, isn't that the next step after? Like,
right. She done
I
skipped
thought that
first base.
too. Jesus.
It's like putting the cart before the horse or the ass before the puss, you know?
Yeah. I'm here for it.
What do you think? Is she? I mean, she's cute. If I'm being honest, like she's not like drop dead gorgeous, but I think she's cute. This is also a really great angle of her as well. So
would
I don't. When I was 25, like definitely would not been like, all right, bro, I got other shit to do.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah. I guess 25. Maybe she should go on that show that Love is Blind. Have you seen that shit?
Oh,
on Netflix.
She might be more fitting for Love on the Spectrum, maybe.
That's a good show, though. I love that show.
I do.
I still think we should
Love on the
film our
Spectrum's the
own
best.
Love is Blind with actual blind people. Like, it's just open concept. It's there. Somebody's gonna steal it now.
Yeah.
It's gone.
But Blind is Love. The new season. Yeah. I think I have a couple more here, actually. I was thinking about it.
Gosh.
So this
Yo, that's a Dragon Ball Z character.
Oh, hell no.
Look at Majin Buu over there.
Look, if Goku can't take that, I can't. Shit, there ain't no way. No.
So what you're Super Saiyan is it would. No, it says young Michigan voters played a huge role in the 2020 midterm election. And this, I mean, honestly, like she's out there, she's voting, she's doing her. We had the voting this last Monday or last Tuesday.
Yeah.
She's doing her civic duty. You know what I mean? I commend her because she's like I'm willing to go out there looking like this in order to vote. So
I mean, I'm not knocking that. I would to go out like this.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, I'm not going out to Cracker Barrel with my robe on or anything. But like
James Wright.
James Wright.
I ain't calling out people.
Smoke. Smoke. James Wright.
No smoke. No
James
smoke.
Letitia Wright.
I respect it.
Yeah.
But it seems like a lot. And the first thing I thought was Majin Buu.
Yeah.
The first thing I'm thinking of is, I mean, I'm not a stranger to taking sloppy seconds, but Papa Smurf had that first, so I don't know if that. Fuck it, would. I ain't even gonna lie. Would.
She just seems like, I mean, like the other lady, the problem was her lips were so big that it made you look like this one. At the end of this one, you're gonna have a Smurf dick.
I know.
Like, it's gonna be
right.
beautiful.
Yeah.
It is.
You're gonna end up
Art.
like, she's gonna suck you so dry your dick's gonna be blue. She seems like a hottie. I like the hair, man. Underneath that, she's probably has some sweet ass fucking hair. Though.
Oh yeah, it's probably amazing.
She's killing it.
I'm probably already jealous.
I think I got two more. So this is the next one. So this woman stopped the airport security wearing butt plug containing her boyfriend's ashes. She's a law student as well, so like it makes you.
Yo, that's
Damn.
dedication. Like.
She rides for hers.
I mean,
honestly,
She
like
flies
for
for
real.
hers.
oh my gosh, when they were gonna get married, it wasn't even be till death do us part. She's like, honey, I'm sticking your ashes up my ass when you're gone. Gosh, damn.
What? They were concerned of the. If you can't, you can't go to the airport with a butt plug in.
I don't know what.
I mean, check to make sure it's not a bomb. But after you know it's not a bomb, like it's cool. I guess like maybe they thought it was drugs though.
Maybe,
Yeah, I think it probably was coke. Let's be real.
Yeah.
She
Look
said
at
it was
her red
ashes,
hair.
but really it's like it's like a little bit of methamphetamine or something.
That's a ride or die. Ride or die.
What they didn't tell you was the ashes were mixed with fentanyl.
I mean, look at him.
Yeah.
I mean, that was pre-death.
Right. Yeah, he had it in his system when they burned him. I mean, come on now.
It was the blood type. It was the blood type. It was in the blood already.
That's a wood for me.
R.I.P. I'm a
I
horrible
got
person.
one more here, and I think it's a video. Now, this one's a little wild, so these ladies, they're wild, so let's check it out.
She didn't even open her mouth for it.
Piss on my face. Trump gets shit in my face and I would be so happy. I would fucking die for Trump 2020. I would die for him. Put it in my ass. And Barron, you can put it in my ass too. Barron deserves anal, yeah? Doesn't he?
His Barron's 13 years old.
Anybody deserves anal. Okay, no. Barron does not deserve anal. He is 13 and he's a child. Oh, put it in my ass.
What's your favorite Trump policy?
I'm big on the immigration thing. I love Latinos, but MS-13 is actually the biggest piece of shit I've ever met. Face tats are ratchet, and I hate Bernie Sanders, you fucking Bernie Sanders is a communist, and communism does not work. I honestly have no idea what that word means. Liberals are also retarded. No offense to liberals, actually full.
So, like, I get completely, like, your first inclination is to be like, hell no, like, these ladies are insane.
No, they're from Get Out. Like I can't. It's hell no, I can't because the fuck no.
I'm still trying to wrap my brain around all of it because they would say something and then I'd be like, no, and then they would like look kind of cute and I'm like, yeah, and then they would say something else and I'm just like,
I know it's a yeah for you. I don't blame you.
I mean, do you, the real question is if their politics are different than yours, yes or no?
Bro, they'll try to take my body or something. I can't. Like I just like categorically cannot.
Yeah, you'd have a great time before you lost your body though.
Maybe
because you're getting anal.
Yes.
I mean, and she's respectable. Once she found out Barron was only 13, she said, "Never mind. You know what? Actually, I draw the line. People can put it in my ass. You can piss on me. You can beat me. You can shit on me. Whatever." Obviously, she's like going at MS-13. She said, and then she's like, she used the R word. Like she's like
all over back.
Yeah.
They're everywhere.
Yeah.
It's probably I saw that video and I was like, I don't know what the context is. I'm putting this on the podcast, but it's going on the podcast because these girls are insane. I loved it.
They would put me in jail.
Yeah.
I don't know why, but they would put me in jail.
You know what? I understand completely why you say that. But there's two, and there's me and you, baby. We got this.
We got it.
Sorry, Shelby.
Yeah.
Sorry,
Teamwork
baby.
makes the dream work.
The one kind of looked like you. I'll give that.
And my bad, it was a mistake.
I thought it was you.
Yeah.
She said anal, and I completely went black in my head. My head went black.
Yeah.
And Jordan went black, and he ran out because he's like, I'm not. I'm losing my
Jordan
body.
ran back. The fuck out.
Yeah, I mean, it's one of those things where like a lot of people want to date somebody who has the same politics as them, and I've seen like multiple times during this recent election, you've seen people be like, my man was like a Republican, and then he starts dating a bad bitch that's a Democrat, and he's like, I guess I'm a Democrat now. I guess like my allegiance changed. It's kind of like here's another shot fired. Dustin Halupa switching to Chicago Bulls from Indiana Pacers. He just got sick of the bullshit, and he's like, I'm going to the Bulls, baby. And to me, it's like
not wrong.
There's a lot of people that do it. Are you willing to switch? I mean, you're a Yankees fan, so
No, honestly, I'm not a Yankees fan. I just have hats of all different.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's how I am.
You've seen the studio before we switched sides, but I have so many
all
fucking
of them.
hats.
Yeah, that's how I am.
I don't like the Phillies. I just like the colors.
Yeah, it's cool.
It's a cool hat.
That is a cool hat.
Yeah, I'm a hat guy. I know you.
Yeah.
We kind of grew up around the same. So the first time I met Simon, I do want to bring that up. So like John Chisholm, before he was Sonny Chisholm, he was John. He was a chubby little cute boy.
Bleach
I didn't actually
blonde
know his
hair.
real name.
This was even before that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. It was like I want to say 5th grade. I was in 5th grade. You were in like 6th or 7th, like something like that. And so like his mom came over to the house like, hey, you want to come stay the night for a birthday party? And I'm like, yeah, fuck yeah, I like John. So I go over there and I meet you, and you're there it's the first time I ever meet him. And I swear to God, we had the craziest night, like Pokemon, just crazy running around the house acting crazy. We're doing the mandible claw with the sock, like just wild as fuck. Just the three of us hanging out. And I was like, I never met this guy before in my life. Little did I know later on in life, I'd know this guy all the time, see him everywhere. So like, and that's the first time I ever met you, and then you've met him fucking drunk as shit.
Yeah. It is nice to meet you sober.
It is. It's an honor.
For my own sake, because I'm not drunk all the time.
Yeah, that's the one thing. Like, you're not even like a big drinker.
No.
Like, everyone's just,
Well, I mean, but I'm at the bars every weekend, so it's you know, he's at the bar once in a while. He's drunk. It's normal. That's understandable. I'm there all the time because of Corey. And
Corey.
babysitting. You know,
you gotta babysit Corey. You gotta get
You guys
him home
have.
on time.
I really respect your guys' friendship.
Yeah, it's like a solid friendship. Like you got a couple guys, like even Sonny. Like I love Sonny. He's a great guy.
Yeah.
You got a couple of guys that it's like even you guys give James shit all the time, but you guys are pretty.
Oh, yeah, we're
you guys
all-
have a nice little. You guys have a nice, and you guys are like Jeep gang too. You guys are duck Jeeping all the time and shit.
Yeah.
How's the Jeep gang going?
Man, I'll never not drive a Jeep again.
Yeah, you love it?
Yeah, I like my vehicles like I like my women with the top off. So I love it. Yeah,
I love it. He's got a great line for that. We're gonna clip every line, man. He's got the best lines, dude. I love it. I bet you it's from being at the bar. He's the only sober one, like kind of sober one there. And he's like, yeah, top off it. Woo!
Yeah,
And
yes.
Then these hoes are like, you deserve anal, and he's like, all right, let's go. Let's fucking do it. I do deserve anal. You're right.
Yes,
I do.
I do.
I deserve anal. It's been a long week. These are my type of girls. I don't know why I saved this photo and brought it, but I was like, this is just this photo to me made me happy as like a man. Like, does it?
Not mad at it.
The first thing this reminds me of is a girl that I used to be acquaintances with, and like so her kids all slept in her bed.
Yeah, exactly.
So well, no, it gets worse. So like they're all asleep in her bed, so we ain't going to her bed. So we go to the kids' bed with the Spider-Man blanket. Oh god!
I've been there. I've done that. Respect.
So I got a
God.
baby story. I'll bring it up a little bit because it's very similar to that. So like. I was like super religious in like middle school, high school time. I was like going to church all the time. I wasn't trying to like have sex. I was like, I had a long-term girlfriend over a year. We broke up, and then afterwards I was like, fuck it, I don't care about nothing. I went to this party and I met a bunch of people. I got drunk a little bit, and then I ended up just saying, fuck it,
later.
I'm gonna have sex, right? 2 beers like that, 2 shots. 2 shots. I was like, I never drank. I was like 16, 17 years old. I mean, I don't even think I was 17. I think I was 16. And so like I drank a little bit, maybe even 15. I might have been 15, getting ready to turn 16. I was like sophomore, and I just remember being like, I went to this party, got super drunk off of barely any, and then the next thing I know, I'm in like a kid's bedroom. Like this bed is like it's like a toddler bed.
Hot Wheels bed.
It's like
the car.
No, it was like a little girl's bed. It was even worse. It made me feel awful afterwards when I like came to. I was like, why am I doing this? And like so like that's how I lost my virginity. Like my first time like having sex was with a girl in like a kid's bed at some house party, and everybody's in the house, and so like we do it, and then her friends are running out to the window like girls. They're knocking. Hey, like goofing off, trying to goof, and they're in the other room. We're like, stay out of here. We finish the deed or whatever, and then like we start to drink more, and then like before I know it, I'm like butt naked, banging in front of her friends, in front of her friends, like she's like, we gotta do every position. It's your first time, so like,
What an angel.
my first night, I had the most bizarre experience, and then that morning I woke up in a child's bed to the sound of a boom. The gas tower went down. That was the moment.
Wow.
I want to lose my virginity the day the gas. What the?
I'll never forget the
fuck?
day I lost my virginity or the night before, because it was technically
This
after
you had a
midnight.
good
so.
story.
Yeah,
I was in a
right.
cornfield.
He's so easy, man. I didn't even know it.
Yeah.
I mean, cornfield. That's cool.
I mean, not really. We just drove around for a while, and we're like, yeah, let's just do it here.
This is where it works.
Yeah.
Yeah. Protection or not?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Same. First time protection. Did they scare you enough? They scared me enough.
Oh no, I wasn't scared, but I just did it.
Dude, the AIDS thing on MTV, everything on MTV
No
was
glove,
like,
no love.
Yeah.
Remember
it was
that?
Like,
Oh.
Yeah.
No.
It was like
It was
some
just
serious
kids,
shit.
and then shortly after I got talked out of it, and I was like, oh, and then I had a bunch of kids. I love them.
Yeah.
I was that guy in high
Y'all
school.
are
It's like
expensive.
I can't even get a girlfriend pregnant, and then bam, like back to back.
Yeah.
And I was like, whoa.
Yeah, you got too cocky.
I definitely,
Literally.
yeah, I
Literally
sure
too
did.
cocky.
Maybe I was just a late bloomer and they weren't like real swimmers yet. They didn't get their tails until I was like 18, 19. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean the little swimmers, they do have their they do like to move. I got a lot of weird talk. I do want to do this. I do want to plug this. I don't want to forget to plug the weekly plug. You know, over here, his name's Hype on here. Is Hypocrisy. His name's Jordan.
I have lots of names.
Curator. He's got so many names. Him and Scrablato together doing a weekly show. It's about 10 minutes. It's like they put you on to like TV shows, movies, books, new music, like fucking there was like something clothing.
Yeah, we're really trying to just put you onto everything that catches our eye. It's super quick. We don't want to take a lot of your day or anything like that, but like just put you on to like, hey, what should you be binging right now, or like what should you be checking out? What should you be checking out clothes wise? Scrap is a really, really fun guy, and getting him to come out of his shell is as you guys see it in the progression of this show, like
I'm excited.
Yeah, I'm excited too. Hopefully you guys like it, and it's just a bite-sized thing that the Kokomo Press is putting out.
Yeah. It's your guys' show. I do a little bit of the editing, like I do editing and stuff and help with whatever, and then I'll send it to you, and then you give me notes, and then I'll try to fix it. So it's something different that we're doing with the Kokomo Press. But obviously, I have nothing to do with the content. You guys come with the content, and it's good shit. The first week they something I never heard of, Chalkline. You ever heard of Chalkline?
No.
I've never heard of Chalkline either, but it's like a clothing thing.
You know what Chalkline was.
I think Chalkline, I think of a dead body in the street with the cops, like Chalkline.
Chalkline have these dope ass fucking jackets. They're almost like the starter S jackets from back in the day, but like varsity, but that feel, right? And they always come out with like different drops, whether it's like sports related or like entertainment. Like they came out with a Warriors drop, and that's what we talked about on the plug. Not the Warriors Golden State, the movie The Warriors from back in the day. You remember that?
Yeah.
So like we talked about that a little bit, and then we talked a little bit about West Side Gun and his new album drop. In our newest episode, we'll be talking a little Nas. Not to give too many spoilers, but we're going to talk a little Nas. He just had a album drop, and it was fucking dope, actually. So
I'm privy to a little bit of it go early because I'm editing it, and I'm telling you, it's going to be fun. I'm excited about like you guys doing it together. You're so much energy, and Scrap's kind of like a mellow guy. I'm excited to get Scrap, more like energy. Maybe he even mellows Jordan out, and they find this cool equal. But it's like learning a lot of like he had one of the TV shows you hit on the first episode, which is out now. Check it out. It's on YouTube. It's on your YouTube. It's on my YouTube. It's on the Kokomo Press page. But they talked a little bit about Blackbird on Apple TV, and it's about like a serial killer from Indiana, and it's like a crazy thing. And it's got Taron Egerton from is it Taron Egerton? Is that his name?
Yeah, I think that's his name.
He's the dude from the Kingsman, the young boy Eggsy or whatever.
Yeah.
And then it has Greg Kinnear, who's a great actor. We all know Greg Kinnear from like As Good as It Gets and stuff like that. And then who else? It had somebody else really big that I was like.
You're so good with the celebrities.
I know, I'm terrible with names.
I always forget with the names and shit like that, but it's a serial killer drama that centered around
Goodfellas. What's
Wabash,
his name?
Indiana.
Fucking just passed away. Goodfellas. You know what I'm talking about?
Oh shit.
Is it Goodfellas?
Maybe.
God, it's anyway.
Oh,
he just,
Ray Liotta.
Yeah, Ray Liotta. Goodfellas. Yeah, is he Goodfellas?
He was in Goodfellas.
Okay, yeah, he's the shit. But he just passed away, and he played the dad in it, and he was great in it. But anyway, you go ahead.
It's about a serial killer and how they ultimately caught him after he killed I think it was upwards of 20 different young girls.
Yeah. Damn.
In the Wabash, Indiana, throughout the Illinois area,
Midwest, all over.
Yeah, all
there was
throughout
a map
here.
involved. It was insane, and it's about like Taron Egerton plays like a coke dealer that gets caught, like a drug dealer that gets caught, and they send him in as like special ops to like he has to like to commute his sentence. He has to get the confession, like to get the proof, so that this guy doesn't get back out to kill more kids. And the guy has like he has like some type of dissociative disorder where like he's not able. He like goes. Me and Shelby, we watched it together because you recommended it, and I was like, we had watched Dahmer. I'm not a huge fan of like crazy shit like that, and he recommended it, and me and Shelby watched it, and the entire time, the whole week, we're like, I think the serial killer guy.
That's all I wanted to do too.
The whole time. Hey, I was wondering. It's like the weirdest voice, but like the guy that plays the serial killer, I don't know him as an actor, but he was great.
Yeah,
it was a creepy ass show, but it was good.
I've seen him in a couple other things, and he does really good.
Character actor.
that absolutely killed it.
Oh,
but, yeah.
I'm just impressed with all your guys' knowledge on the different shows and the movies and stuff like that. Like, usually my favorite thing to watch is porn, so I don't really have a lot of time for the other.
Give me who's your favorite porn star?
No. Look,
talk about that.
no. Oh,
What do you
no,
into?
no. I'm not picking a favorite because look, this is how it is. Like, legitimately. If I see a girl, like you've seen the memes, like as soon as you get done, you nut and you're like, get off my phone. Like, swear to God, they wrote that about me because I feel so it's disgusted. So, whoever the flavor of the day is, like, I don't even want to see this bitch for at least another month. Like, I'm not watching another one of her video, nothing.
I got you. So won't make you pick a favorite, but can you give us Mount Rushmore search history or search?
Oh, okay.
That's a good question. It doesn't even have to be, I like
right.
that.
So,
not a person, but
I mean, this is very,
like this.
probably basic, whatever. But I mean, threesomes. You can't go wrong with that. Obviously,
Neapolitan ice cream is popular for a reason.
Yes, it sure is.
You get a lot of flavor, a lot of variety.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah, that's a big one. That would be like one. We got what, 3 more?
Pierced nipples.
Yeah, just
okay.
Alt girls,
Yeah,
I like that. Crazy hair, like
all of
colored
it.
hair.
Any of it, all of it. I don't discriminate.
Right, so
I regulate every shade of the ass. Was it Fat Joe, Big Pun, one of the two of them?
Yeah. That's such a good song too. Sorry, I'm not a player. I'm just sitting over here fucking grinding.
It's in the head.
And also, and because that song was remixed, I'm also like, rest in peace, Mac Miller. Like, there's so much going on. Ariana Grande. You're making me think of so many things here.
Throwing it all,
Yeah. So we've got
None of us have
alt
ADHD.
girls with pierced alt girls. We've got threesomes. Let's do 2 more. Let's knock it out.
Okay, so probably. I mean, this is so basic too, but big butts.
Yeah,
I mean,
of course,
you
gotta
mean?
have
Like,
thickness.
I like big butts. I cannot lie.
My top one, honestly.
Yeah, I'm like, I went straight to Jordan here because
Yeah, right. Yeah. And this one,
let's get a wink to the camera.
this last one, I don't know. I'm kind of nervous a little bit saying it, but I mean, we're all friends here.
We're all friends. Nobody's watching us. It's secret.
Handicap porn.
I'm not mad at it.
Yeah,
honestly.
Wait, is that really a thing? Because if it is, I'm going to go look it up.
Everybody needs love too. Yeah,
well,
I'm sure
it is.
there is. Yeah,
Okay,
I'm sure it's a
if
thing.
there's not, I'm going to do it.
Bro, if it is, what's that?
I'm sure it's already a
What's
thing.
the rule? Rule 90, 69 or rule 96 or there's like some type of internet rule where like if you can think it, there's a porn
It's
of
there.
it already.
Yeah.
There's a porn already.
Yeah.
I don't remember the name of the rule. Somebody's going to put in the comments. I know it's probably going to be Maddie because Maddie Kroll knows all these little
Please
weird
put
things.
that in the comments and your Mount Rushmore.
Yeah,
of,
put your Mount Rushmore.
Porn.
What about
searches.
you, Jordan? Do you have it? Do you have a quick 4?
It'd probably be big butts.
Of course.
Of
course.
Housemaids.
Okay, that's a good one.
I don't know. It's a thing.
Yeah.
Let's see.
He's like,
Big titties.
Yeah.
And then
absolutely.
probably a threesome because it's
Yeah,
just, just basic,
That's
right?
all.
I think that's everyone's top. Yeah, that's got to be in the top 4 for everyone.
I mean, honestly, I think if you're thinking Mount Rushmore in general and specific, everybody's got like a threesome has to be there, or at least like group or threesome. Where there's a lot going on. You've got a whole variety. So I'll go with that one. Threesome's a good one. I like hippie girls, like hairy girls, like girls that got some armpits, some like I like a lot of hair down there. It's like it's cool. I'm like these girls. I like women who are real. I also don't really watch. I don't like high production. I want like amateur. Amateurs like amateur anything. Amateur. That's like amateur stuff. Like hippie stuff, and I like alt girls too. I think alt girls are good. Like big butts, alt girls. Like I think you can't really go wrong with any of what's been said here.
No,
you know what I mean.
The thing that really just grinds my gears on the amateur ones because it's so natural and raw and real, but the ones that won't show their faces, I almost feel like kind of serial killer-ish, I don't know what it is, but I just feel weird not being able to see a face.
I can't watch
like that's kind of strange.
I can't watch those just because I'm like, never mind. Don't know where this came from.
Were you coerced?
Yeah.
Are you under arrest?
Yeah. I just want to ask so many questions. Like, and it's just hard to be like, oh
Skills that make me a
man.
nightmare for people like you. If you don't tell me who you are, I will. It's like one of those. I can just imagine Liam Neeson pissing his pants doing that.
Yeah. I don't. It's just, oh man.
Have you seen those pictures? The Liam Neeson pees his pants pictures. There's like 50 pictures on the internet, and it's Liam Neeson with like dribbles on his pants. He gets drunk all the time where he lives, and he just pisses a little bit. And he's like, this is what I do when I get drunk.
Good for him.
You say, Simon! And he says, psh.
I'm mad at it.
Yeah, spouting off.
Yeah.
We need to normalize men pissing their pants.
It happens.
I sure do love women pissing
So
in the bedroom.
There was some controversy this week. I wanted to get your opinion on this, Jordan. I knew you were coming on. I knew you were co-hosting with me this week. Okay, so this one came up. This was a controversial thing. So did you see this yet? Do I need to set it up? Do you know what I'm talking about?
No.
So they had the two Santas. Obviously, we've got the black Santa. We've got the white Santa. The names.
Well, yeah. First thing I noticed, why the...
Grady, Nia. So they changed
what?
the names completely. They didn't use the same names. So you've got like Quinn, Taylor, Damien, Joseph. Like we've got some like Lachey. You know, we've got Dwayne, we've got Alexis, Grady, Nia, and then over here we've got like Liam, like, and to me, a lot of people were like calling out like, oh, but the white names are worse.
I mean,
Mary, David, Joseph.
They're very, very basic.
Yeah, like is it more true to life to use names that are more like ethnically, ethnic names? Like, I don't know.
I don't know what to say anymore because I guess everybody needs representation. Yeah. But like, where's the Asian and where's the Latino one?
We need an Asian Santa. We need Latino Santa. We need all the Santas. Let's get them all on there. Let's get a female Santa.
An ocelot Santa. Like, just a lot.
Korean Santa.
Yeah.
Back to the handicap porn of Santa in a wheelchair, maybe? Can we get that?
Yeah. Equal representation.
Yeah. Yes. I could see that. Santa just coming out like, hey, that's why he doesn't work in the workshop, because he's handy. He's not able. It's ableist to think he should have to.
So,
I have been having this conversation with like Kim as we go shopping, and you know, there's Christmas stuff out, because like legitimately I do want to see the rest of the Santas. Like I think the names are way too fucking far, and I almost thought you said a bad word. Like
Nia? Was it Nia?
Yeah, something like that. Like, no, just real quick, I was like, what?
It's about to come at me.
Right.
No, it wasn't anything like that. They didn't have any. It's a Lachey, Dwayne.
No, I noticed those real quick, and I'm just like, okay.
But I mean, Joseph, Damien, Taylor, Quinn, those aren't cool. Kayla, those aren't. I mean, those aren't.
Yeah. They're not all bad.
Maybe Latoya on the bottom,
Yeah. I think the Latoya one was the first one I noticed. I was like, oh shit, I know where this is going.
Dwayne. I mean, honestly, I think it's good. I think when I'm looking at it here, I think I can see.
I've never met a black Sebastian though, but shout out if there is.
Is there? I see it.
Sebastian is the lowest one.
Well, I think maybe with the Little Mermaid thing coming out, they're like, Sebastian.
Tied in.
Sebastian, Little Mermaid's black. Maybe Sebastian's black.
Wasn't the voice black? A black guy?
No, that's is he the is that Sebastian? Yeah, is that Sebastian? Yeah.
Sebastian's the crab.
The lobster. Yeah, he was Jamaican. He was Jamaican. Yeah.
He was black.
So there was a black Sebastian. How dare you?
Okay, good.
I'm just messing with you. You said there wasn't any black Sebastians.
Did I?
Yeah, isn't that what you just said? I don't really know any black Sebastians.
I did. Well, I did say that. Yeah, my bad. My bad.
Another one I popped up that I was like, I think you guys would be interested. Did you guys see? Now, first off, Fort Lauderdale to Indiana is like a huge flight every year. Well, they found like in a turkey. Is it a turkey? Yeah, we're all chicken. We're all chicken. They found a gun stuffed in it, and so like.
I mean, I got a Glock in my questioning of why are you fucking traveling with a chicken? That was even more like what the fuck than the gun. The fucking chicken?
Yeah.
Why the chicken?
That is not going to be safe to eat after this is not okay.
No, well, I mean, if you throw it right on the grill, like you probably
immediately.
Immediately. I mean, it depends on how quick the flight is. If you got a 30-minute hopper or whatever, but like,
I just feel like it's not very conspicuous to say I'm going to put a gun in a chicken and nobody's going to think twice.
I got a Glock in my cock.
I got a Glock in my Rari. Yeah, but they released the picture of the lady that did it, and apparently this was her. Do you know her? Tierra Whack.
I don't know, but that shit was whack.
Your idea was whack, girl. Yeah. What the fuck?
And she caught a disorderly of conduct too for doing it.
Because she probably argued like, "Why can't I have a gun in my chicken?" And bro, come on.
And keep it on the chicken train. Did you guys see this one? Tyson's Food CFO, John Tyson, was arrested for getting drunk, breaking into a random woman's home and falling asleep in her bed. He just got promoted and was making $1.2 million a year.
Leave that man alone.
I mean, we've all been there.
Yeah, exactly. Leave that man alone.
We've all been there.
Come on,
somebody's been there. You've been there, right?
Come on. I honestly haven't, but I know a couple friends that have.
Okay,
Leave that man alone.
Yeah, the poor guy. We got a Tyson near here. We know people that work at Tyson.
Yeah.
Well, sometimes
it makes you want to drink. I'm sure.
Yeah,
honestly, yeah, like heavily.
Yeah, I mean that's a lot of killing.
Yeah.
Just chicken. bit.
The smell.
Yeah.
And here's my last chicken related thing, and this kind of feels racist now. I'm sorry, Jordan. I didn't even know I had this many chicken related things.
Well, it is now since you brought it up.
Yeah, it wasn't
It
racist.
was okay until then.
I actually, these are all from different days, and I don't even know how they all became chicken related. But here we go.
Maybe you're just hungry.
Tyson's not just chicken; they do turkey, they do pigs, right? They do. But anyway, KFC got in trouble. They pulled a Kanye, and they wished they did a promotion for the German Kristallnacht. You've been to Germany. I don't know if I said that right. Maybe you could. You're like, no way.
Probably.
But
close.
anyway, it was when the Germans that first started rounding up people from the Holocaust, and they were like, we're celebrating the Holocaust. Basically, is what this KFC in Germany did on accident. And they saw a count like something that happened on a day, and they're like, we'll do a promotion. We'll try to get some people in here. Little did they know.
Yeah, that's where I'm guessing that they probably didn't know. They did no research. They didn't know what the fuck they were like.
No.
We got to make money today. Look, we got this event.
I think the problem is that people don't know enough things about Jewish people, to be honest, and that's the problem. Then we all say a bunch of stupid shit that like sounds stupid and offends Jewish people, and like maybe it's not our fault.
Yeah.
We're just uneducated.
It's also one of those. Did you guys see so Dave Chappelle? This is on a Sunday. It's going to release on Monday. Dave Chappelle was on SNL last night on Saturday night.
I missed that.
And he had a huge opening monologue, and a lot of it was about Kanye. A lot of it was about Trump, and so he brought up a lot of it. And it was funny because he was kind of agreeing with Kanye. He's like, we're looking around and we're like, man, there's a lot of Jewish people around here. That's he was doing the thing, but also at the same time, you just don't. He said I think one of the biggest point he made was anytime somebody uses those two words together, and everybody's what's two words the Jews. Just don't just stop there.
Right. You can't say
stop right there. You're done.
Yeah.
So I was like, so if you guys get a chance, check that out. That was a great monologue. There was a lot of controversy putting Dave on because of what happened with the special. People were anti-Dave, but at the same time, I'm like, it's Dave. You know what I mean? He's just gonna say what he thinks.
As he should.
And we just have to deal with it because he's Dave.
That's the best thing about comedy. I mean, but not everyone can take it that way. But make jokes about everything.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's why I love it about you guys and the page and stuff. It's it's for fun. You know what I mean?
It's for a good time. We're not trying to hurt. The funny thing is, half the time we offend people, they're actually seeing it from the opposite perspective. We're doing it to make fun of the people that they think that are getting upset, and they think we're bolstering them. We're trying to make fun of them. Right. And we brought it up before, but it comes back to the kitty litter thing that we were doing it to make fun of boomers that believe everything. They're not going to put litter boxes in schools. And then people are like, well, it's transphobic. And I'm like, yeah, the people that are saying it's real, they're probably transphobic, but we're making fun of them by saying, oh, look, another example. And then they find out it's fake. Right. And then they look stupid.
As hell.
To us, it's all about getting egg on their face. No more chicken jokes, but it's kind of like getting egg on their face.
It's not fake, though.
Yeah.
There are cat kids in the Kokomo schools right now.
Are there? You have a kid.
Well, I know there's one at Taylor, not to shout out or
not to bring it up.
It's a kid, so it's weird.
It's weird to talk about, but it's also public knowledge.
But there's a cat kid that goes to Taylor and one at Kokomo and some weird shit. They really do identify as a cat, but I'm not gonna lie, that's where I draw the line. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
You can't be an animal.
Humans
you are an animal.
whatever kind, human.
Yeah.
Right.
I'm definitely species phobic.
Yeah.
Can I say that?
Yeah, I agree. That's where we draw the line.
Yeah, race and species. I think those two, transracial, trans species, those are two I think we have to draw the line at, right?
Yeah,
transracial seems a little weird.
Is trans
transracials when you're claiming another race?
Right. No. What would it be for trans age? Because I like to lie to women and tell them I'm not as old as I am. Is that?
I think that's
okay?
Because women lie about that all the time.
Okay. So we're okay. Cool.
I think it's acceptable.
Well, we gotta have a better name than trans age. We gotta work on that.
Yeah, there's gotta be a term.
Trans ages.
Something.
I'm trans ages.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. We'll have to figure it out. Trans.
Then I flipped to 55 on a McDonald's, senior citizen discount, bitch.
Yeah. Well, that's one. I know that was one of the arguments for like in general the idea of trans age is if you could get so many benefits by saying that, and that's the same way I feel about with trans race is there's so many negative connotations that people have to deal with for being certain races that when you try to say you're part of that, it feels weird. Yeah, with Korean and stuff. You've seen the trans Korean guy. You ever seen that? Oh man, this guy! I wish I had a picture of him right now, but he's a white guy, British. He has a British voice. He said he lived a little bit over there, and he does this whole thing where he's like, "I'm trans Korean," and he makes up fake Korean. and not even real Korean. Korean people are like,
what the fuck?
I don't know. I just did a 23andMe, so I just did the spit in the cup thing.
Yeah.
So like, I can't wait to find out like what's all in me and shit. So that I can.
Thomas motherfucking Jefferson every time.
Yo. I need my money on time.
Have you remember that old? That's the Chappelle.
Yes.
You've seen it?
That is the goal.
It's the old Chappelle skit where it's like they're doing the commercial for 23andMe or Ancestry.com, and it's like the white people are like, I'm related to General, and there's all people you don't know, and then all the black people are like, Thomas Jefferson, and it just progressively gets where Thomas, and everything's like, oh my god, it's one of the funniest. It's such a funny bit. Like that show in general. Shout out to Dave. Like I said, watch that promo on SNL. But Dave in general, like that's why
he raised us.
He did.
He raised us.
It's like we all grew up on funny SNL, funny Mad TV. Like remember when Mad TV was actually pretty crazy?
Chappelle and College Dropout.
Yeah, it's like all this, even Funny or Die, and like all the crazy shit they had on there, like with Will Ferrell and shit, like Between Two Ferns. Like it all like we grew up on the best TV, and then it went all on the internet.
The shit.
Yeah, it's all on the internet now. If you want to see it, and speaking, I was going to ask you about this toxicity. What is this okay or not? A man proposed to a widow at her husband's funeral. Is this okay? What do you think? It's a little bit wild. He said, "Baby, let's get married."
Husband?
Yes. I said it right.
Oh man, that's next level.
As long as it was his best friend, I'm okay with it.
I mean,
I promised him I'd take care of you and the kids.
Yeah, I mean that may be a thing. I guess people be saying that shit. Right?
Yeah.
I don't know.
I mean, look, it's wild out there nowadays. Everybody's single and shit. You can't wait around for you got to strike when it presents itself.
Yeah,
you can't wait. You got to
get
them
no choice.
quick. Yeah, I'm for it.
Yeah. You got to do what you got to do, man. It's being single now. Like he's like, listen, I'm fucking sick of Bumble. I'm fucking sick of Tinder. Dude. I'm sick of Grindr. All the things that he's on, and he's
it's
like,
hard out there.
I got tendinitis or whatever the fuck it is in my left thumb from swiping left so many times. Like I need to go have surgery. I'm done. Man. I'm tired. I'm about to hit the funeral or the funeral homes or the graveyards or whatever.
Yeah, it reminds me of Wedding Crashers when he's like, funerals are the best place.
That's the ones.
Chaz. That was, oh man, Will Ferrell. Right. Rest in peace to Will Ferrell movies, because I swear they used to be the shit.
Yeah. And
then he came out with like Get Hard, just wasn't that. You know what I mean? There's a couple of them that just haven't, but like Step Brothers and Before, everything was like hit.
Old School's one of my favorite. I mean, that wasn't just a him movie, but that movie's so fucking awesome.
I want to start seeing you and Corey's funeral drip.
Yeah,
because we see your wedding drip, because like y'all go to a wedding like every other weekend, right?
Right. We're hitting funerals. That's what we're doing.
Yeah, okay. Start hitting all
wedding season's almost over, but people die all year round, right?
Right.
So yeah, we're okay. We'll slide
There's
over
not
that.
a time frame on people die all the time.
Yeah.
Nobody's getting, and in the Midwest, nobody's getting married in December and February,
not
January.
Yeah,
it's too cold. I mean, we got snow the other day, and I was like, "What the fuck is going on?"
Oh man, woke up to that.
I blame Brian for it, based on his post. He's the reason there's snow everywhere.
That was my god.
He's so crazy. Like the dude will disappear, not post something for like a month, and then just boom, boom, boom. And I'm like, this dude killing it. He's so funny, dude. I love Brian so much. Oh my god, we all love
dude.
Brian.
I swear, I fucking when I went and shot that one video. Dude, when I left there, I was in pain. Like my face fucking hurt, my stomach fucking hurt. Just like it was fucking hilarious. Yeah,
yeah. Where he ended up cum on his face at the end. Remember that?
I remember this.
That was so funny. It's funny because it's a condom joke, like the flavored condom, and somehow he ends up putting that on his face.
Hey, strange things happen. You know what I'm saying?
There's a reason why Stranger Things happens in
Indiana. Yeah. Right.
Okay, I got this one too. I wanted to bring this one up to you guys. Do you guys, your guys' barber, if you guys would be down or not?
Juice.
No.
This is not for you guys.
No.
Look, you have a barber. You have one of the greatest barbers in your house.
I have an in-house stylist.
I know. You're like, that would never happen to me.
I'm getting old. It's going away. I got to keep it looking good and nice while I still got it before I have to shave it all off anyway. So that is not okay.
This is the fear. You said you hop around on barbers, right?
Yeah.
So like,
you take a little
You are playing barber roulette sometimes, right?
Yeah, that is true. That is
I cut
so
mine.
true.
I had the mullet thing for a while. I cut it, and finally now I have this fat ass fucking thing in the back of my head. That's why I was like, I'm rocking the mullet just for my own self preservation for the fat ass neck I got. My little peanut neck.
I like it,
I
man.
know, man.
You got
a
got a
accordion
crew
back
cut
here.
almost like.
If I had the accordion noise, I'd be happy. I'm like,
Steve Urkel?
Yeah, Steve Urkel.
Yeah, add it in post.
Have you guys been following any of this Twitter stuff with Elon making it so you can like buy a verification badge? Isn't that insane? Like
No.
you haven't heard about it? So like before you had to be verified through like a process, and then they had to vet you, figure out who you are, all that, and then they basically released it so like now you can just buy it. You pay $7.99 a month and you get a verification badge, which it wreaked absolute havoc on the internet. Like Lockheed Martin, who like makes like drones and like bombs and guns,
Military
and shit,
stuff, yeah.
military shit. That somebody made a fake account with the verified to Lockheed Martin. We were no longer selling arms in Saudi Arabia, Iran, or Israel, and they lost $17 billion in their stock.
Oh my
from people.
God.
So like all these decisions have like wreaked havoc on the internet.
Well,
go ahead.
There's two different versions, right?
Yeah.
There is a verified because you are bringing something to the world and have been verified that you are that person that is bringing that substantial thing to the world.
Yeah.
And then there is, hey, I bought a blue check mark.
Yeah, and there's no difference.
And they're not even
They
blue
need to
no
color
more,
code
right?
them.
They're
They need to
white,
color code-
right?
yeah, that's the same. Well, if you have dark mode, they're white.
Oh, okay.
If you're in light mode, they're blue still.
Yeah,
So,
okay.
Why not just do the same process for the old school way to make sure that people are legitimately?
Well, these people, what happens is they'll have their name, and then they'll you have two names on, So here, I'll give you a couple examples.
handle.
I'll show you a couple examples. You got your handle name, and then you have your actual name, and they're making it look like. So these are a couple examples of what people have done since then. So this one hurt Nintendo, Nintendo of America, and it says Mario would never do that, and I said, well, he did. And then that's the first one, and then this one's really Nancy Pelosi. I do not agree on many things, but them thing, and I'll tell you what. That one popped up and blew up, and then I've got George Bush. I miss gaming. And then he did the hashtag gaming. Like, what the fucking asshole?
Oh my gosh.
I think this is. I'm over here stroking. It's President Biden, and it says I'm over here stroking my.
Oh
and
my
I got
gosh.
lotion on my.
And that goes back to the same thing. We're talking about the same crowd of people that get upset about your guys' posts, and they just like read into it. Look at one little thing. Look at one, and you're gonna realize. But yeah, so like they're just not seeing it, and
they're not seeing the whole thing. They're seeing like what they see that, and it's like it happened. There was another company like Eli Lilly out of Indianapolis, which has a huge. It's the world headquarters in Indianapolis. They lost because they posted, we are now making insulin free. That was enough to tank their stock by millions and millions and millions of dollars.
Wow.
So like a lot of these companies, they're thinking that Elon might end up getting sued by companies because they're like, you fucking by creating a benchmark and then making it free for everybody, you've actually hurt the whole reason the benchmark existed. And it actually shows an example of like how something that you're like, oh, this doesn't matter, verification's stupid, everybody can be verified, how important it is for like a business, which I love, because like who doesn't like a corporation getting taken down a couple of times every once in a while?
Right.
But then, people have jobs. Somebody might work at Eli Lilly, somebody might work at like Lockheed Martin. They might lose their job over this shit.
The thing that scares me is it's like that one. I mean, social media in general, and I admit I spend way too much time on it. I'm not big on into Twitter, but like how much power. That, I mean, a post that, one post on there, like for however much time, and then bam, like the amount of power and control that it has, that's fucking scary, man.
It's crazy. Yeah. And I think that's what people are realizing is how much that verification actually meant, which this sounds so stupid, but how much verification meant for society, like how much it created like the ability to like, this is who you are. I think there needs to be a vetting process. I think everybody should be able to be verified, but you should have to use your real name. And I think that's what the hard part is. Like, we already have like a verification process on Facebook. Like if you get in trouble enough, they're going to ask you for your ID. They're going to ask you for your social security number. They're going to get you. I mean, if you've ever lost your shit, have you ever lost your shit and had to do that?
No.
They made me give me my ID, and I was lucky enough that they didn't make me change my name, because my name isn't legally Jordan Grainger. I know a lot of you are like, what? It's not? I know. Everybody thinks it.
I don't know. My birth certificate says Hypocrisy Jones. So
Yeah, I saw something that reminded me of you. I wanted to bring this up too. I thought was pretty funny, which is, did you guys see that Rainn Wilson changed his name from The Office? Dwight, he changed his name to Rainfall, Heat Wave, Extreme Winter Wilson to protest climate change.
I like it.
You like it? You're like, yeah, it makes sense.
Damn, that's a lot.
It's a lot. It's a lot of name. You know, it's very meta world piece of him.
Yeah. Can we still just? He still just go by Rain?
Well, he changed his name to Rainfall.
Yeah.
Heat Wave, Extreme Winter Wilson, and he still has the Wilson. So his name's still Rainn Wilson. He just put a bunch of middle names on there to and changed his name from Rain to Rainfall. So to me, it's like people are still gonna say Rainn Wilson. It's like he did really did. Like Meta World Peace, like Ron Artest said, I'm changing my full fucking name to Meta World Peace. Remember when Chad Johnson changed his name to actually Chad Ochocinco?
Yeah.
They went in, you know, it's just like a white guy to steal a black man's thing and then do it shittily.
I'll give him props.
You give him props for trying to do something.
Yeah, no, because, climate change.
I give him props on that haircut, man. Damn.
Yeah, and he rocked it for so long, and that's what he's known for. I think I have one more toxic thing that popped up that I wanted to ask you about. Did you guys see this? Want to know if they cheating? Just click on the edit in the messages. Thank me later. So this has been popping up everywhere on social media. It was on Hoodville. It was everywhere, and people are check your man's thing to see if he's deleted recent messages. But what all these people fail to do is just do a quick look. You see it? Do you see that line? It's fake.
Yeah.
They just took the one from somewhere else and put it there.
Popped it on there.
So I thought that they probably just flipped that top one and then
damn,
they put
you
it on the
just gave me a heart attack,
I know,
bro.
I was like,
gosh,
I think
don't do that.
That was the whole point. 95% of the guys watching this oh shit. Okay, thank God.
Yeah.
You're
I
welcome,
don't even
fellas.
care about that. It's just I hate the level of toxicity that you gotta be let me check man's shit.
I think it's weird.
I think it's all fucking weird.
And it puts you in a really precarious situation because it's to me the equivalent of being you don't need to check my phone. I'm not cheating is the equivalent of being I have a black friend kind of because it's oh well, you know what I mean? It's you're trying to use I would never, but at the same time it's you might have. You know what I mean?
I'm not gonna lie. I got too many devices with all my shit on, so it's all just there. I don't
do your
even
thing.
give a fuck. You know
Go
what I
through
mean? Yeah. You already see it.
It's like a double-bladed sword because if you're so defensive on not being able to check it, it's what? But then if you're just checking it every single night while they go to bed, it's what? You know, there's when you're on the extreme on one side or the other, you're kind of just not in a good situation.
It's like that. It's like the concept of the whole point of trust in a relationship is being able to trust.
Well, we can't. We were
creating
raised by
manufacturing. Manufacturing trust by making it verifiable to me is the opposite of trust. It's the difference between when somebody okay, so there's that argument of do you believe in God? Do you have faith in a God? And it's well, why doesn't God just show himself so we all believe? And it's if he showed himself, then
it wouldn't take belief.
It wouldn't be faith.
Right.
It would be you believe because it's fact. So it's the same argument when it comes to that. If you always have to have access to your significant other's phone, I feel that's more toxic than if your significant other's out there doing some creepy shit.
Yeah,
because
really
at the end of the day, if you have the feeling they're doing something, then you shouldn't be with them.
Yeah, 100%.
If you don't trust them, you shouldn't be dating them. And I know that's easier said than done because some people have kids and they're now I'm in a relationship with somebody I don't trust and I have kids with them and I have this and I have this.
And because people lie.
Yeah,
I feel until there's something that makes you think that they're doing something, and then you want to kind of investigate. You shouldn't just be investigating, looking for something. If that makes sense. If there's something that seems off, and then you're oh, okay, let me try to. Okay, then you kind of look. You don't want to just break up with them if they really weren't. But you find a little bit of information. You're okay, but just to it be a routine, you're brushing your fucking teeth. Oh, I'm going through my bitch's phone. No, that's not good.
Or even worse, this. Let's say. And here's an even different scenario. Let's say you don't check your girl's phone with her consent. Let's say your girl gets in the shower and you happen to know her password and you just to me that's the most toxic shit ever. And it goes the opposite for a woman too. To me, consensually checking is but coerced consensually checking is not consensual. Coercion's not consent. We all know that. So if you're if you don't let me check your phone, then I'm going to leave you. Then it's a little weird.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah.
I can see it maybe in a situation like, hey, this person said you did something. I want to see your messages with them. Maybe I want
Right.
to see that, nothing else.
Right. When you have something to go off of.
Yeah, yeah.
Not
And you're
just-
like at your
yeah,
wits
right.
end. Like, I need to know the truth here.
Right,
Because I mean, we've all like everybody. We're human beings. We haven't dated one person. We've dated multiple people in our life. We've been cheated on. All of us. Like, we've all been cheated on. Everybody on this planet. If you're in the least bit like attractive or like out there dating and you're like date more than one person and you like have like qualities that people want, you're gonna get cheated on. It's just the way it is.
I did cheat one time in
Yeah?
my life.
Yeah?
Once.
Once.
Just one
For the
time.
record, one time.
One time. You just cheated. I'm not saying we all cheat, but I'm saying we all been cheated on. I'm just saying we've all.
Oh, yeah. I never cheated. I just got cheated on a lot.
Yeah. Me too. Same. I've never had to do it before. It's all a matter of whether things are real or not. And you know, this guy had a very important question. There's no real physical evidence that it's Tuesday. We all just have to trust someone has kept count since the
Yeah, I
first
think
one
about
ever.
this all the time.
Isn't that? It's like all perception. Well, you know, cheating is perception. You know what you know. Your woman has to tell you in the beginning. You know, what does she constitute as cheating? You know, what is it? Is it cheating? Like, let's say you have a job. Let's say your girl works. Like, my girl works for like she's a waitress. Like, she does serving. Like, if she's being a little flirtatious to get a tip, is that cheating? I don't think so.
Nah, that's
It's on
working.
the individual. Whatever, you know what I mean?
Yeah, but if like
varies.
somebody else might be like, I don't like that. I don't want my girl out here in these streets looking like she's trying to find somebody else. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's all situational.
I absolutely get that. Honestly, I tell Kim like you probably should like flirt more.
Wear the revealing clothing a little bit. Yeah.
I mean, not all out like that, but like I understand like when you're in a hospitality like sort of environment, you kind of gotta up you up yourself to like
You're acting.
yeah,
You're an
you're
actress.
super duper acting because like you got to be that person's therapist, like especially if you're like doing their hair or with them like a few hours at a time, you know what I mean? You're gonna talk about shit like, and you got to be empathetic when you don't even really want to be, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So like
You might not
it's
be
the
in
same
the mood
sort of
for
thing.
it, but you got to kind of put yourself in that headspace for
Yeah,
people.
I say that's work. Like,
that's just
work.
work,
It's
for
just work. That shit don't. I don't know. I don't really give a fuck no more. Like, if you're gonna do something bad, then you know, just go ahead and do it, and like we'll
find out, and then we'll do our thing.
Yeah.
I think as you get older, and with the amount of relationships we've all accumulated over time, even long term, short term, like all the things, you get to the point where you're like, if they're gonna do me dirty, they're gonna do me dirty, and I'll just have to move on with my fucking life. As much as you love somebody, you can love somebody to death, but you can't control people. And I mean, Jeffrey Dahmer taught us that. You can't control nobody no matter how many chemicals you put in their head, you know? And I mean, Molly, I'm just kidding. We've got so many chemicals we give people, and you can't control them really. I mean, I guess if you like microdose with meth and just keep, you eventually can control them, but you're going to lose the teeth, you're going to lose the face, you're going to lose a lot. It's just not worth it. It's not worth it. So you don't want to control somebody, and you can't control people. So like at the end of the day, it's all a blind leap of faith with relationships, right? I mean, it's what it is. It's what you sign up for. Is like, listen, I'm telling you, I don't plan on fucking nobody, and you're telling me you don't plan on fucking nobody. Let's do this.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then monogamy is a weird thing anyway. Like it feels like as a man, I feel like a lot of times in the beginning, like when we first started, it seems like when we're young, I'm like, I just want to find the girl I'm going to be with forever. Then you get older and you're like, man, I don't know if I can be with one girl forever. And then finally you meet a girl and you're like, okay, I could be with her forever.
Goes through a cycle.
Yeah. It's like a constant evolving thing. And it's all dependent on the person.
Absolutely.
Are you trying to find love, Simon?
I am, man. I'm getting too damn old for all this.
Yeah,
it's exhausting.
The hair's going, man.
I know. I got to lock them in now.
Hair today,
before I go
gone
bald.
tomorrow.
Right.
I gotta find you somebody.
I think you're going to be a good-looking bald man, though. I will say that.
I hope.
I mean, I don't want you to be.
I'll just
I
wear
hope you
hats
can
all the time. I
keep
mean, I
it
wear
from-
hats a lot anyway, so I'll just 24/7. I'll sleep in the
You let
fucking
me
shower.
know. I got some hair. I'm
Transplants.
transplant.
Yes, please.
Transplant a little hair.
Yeah.
You know. We've
I'll
been.
donate some too if you want.
Yeah,
I got
We'll
you.
get a blend. Yeah,
Yeah,
gotcha.
well,
Yes.
Well, I mean, that's a nice. I like it. He's like an interracial hair blend.
Yeah,
It'd be beautiful. I think it'll be beautiful. I got one more thing I want to show you guys, and then we got to wrap this up. We got over an hour. You know, you guys have got to see a good fucking show. Simon here, killing it, giving us all. I mean, the fact that Jordan was able to get a Mount Rushmore of porn, that's amazing. Like, he was able to get that out of him. I appreciate it. But here's another thing that I want to bring you guys up. You know, I know we were telling people you need to make sure that you use deodorant. I don't know if this is what we meant. You know.
Wow.
So, you know, would or would not. I'm just kidding.
They're so proud that they got that fucker out too. Like, look at the three of them. Like, here it is.
That shit looks like a bong.
It does kind of look bong. Let me bring that up on here. And we'll
What's a bong?
What's a bong?
Oh, it's a utensil that, like,
It's,
I don't know, my people.
you put flowers in it?
Oh,
Sometimes put
like
you
okay.
put flowers in it, and then ritually we light them on fire.
Right.
And, yeah.
Okay, like incense type.
Yeah,
Yeah,
like
I
Something
got
like
it.
that.
Yeah, right.
You inhale the incense.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah, you gotta do what you gotta do to make it work, you know. And I mean, clearly, you know, he does anal, and you know, as we know,
Trump can literally piss on my face. Trump can shit on my face and I would be so happy. I would fucking die for Trump 2020. I would die for him. Put it in my ass.
So bad.
And Barron, you can put it in my ass too. Barron deserves anal, yeah? That's a
put
good
it in my ass too.
damn.
Jordan's like, I hate this
I
song.
was like, the first
I hate
one.
it so much just because the one girl's like, "Oh, Baron 13, no," and the other girl's like, "I don't even give a fuck."
Yeah, the one is like piss on my face. The other one's like shit on my face. I
She's
don't
like,
know
I
about
would
all
die
that.
for Trump 2020.
Like
That's a lot.
Pissing's pushing the
a lot.
envelope. Shitting is
it's
too
a
much.
lot.
We've got R words. We've got underage kids. We've got it's just like this is an entire episode of like Love Is Blind for sure. It's an entire episode of one of those shows.
I really wonder if they even voted though.
Yeah,
like,
they don't
can you
seem like
imagine that they like went to some local middle school and was like stood in line with the rest of the poors, and like I say that inclusively.
Yeah,
And was like, yeah, I'm really about to vote all Republican. Yeah.
Republican straight ticket.
Yeah.
And then she's like, oh, man, I really need somebody to shit on my face.
Call me so I can get it juicy for you.
Anyway, this has been the Kokomo Press Podcast, the Toxic Edition, the best edition.
Yes.
I'm Jordan Grainger,
I'm Jordan Bell.
and we got a very special guest.
Simon Dempsey.
You'll meet him on the street corner, or maybe next time we'll see him here again. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. We love you. 2 kisses. Woo! Thank you for watching this episode of the Kokomo Press Podcast. We really appreciate you. Please like, subscribe, hit that notification bell. You can check us out on the Kokomo Press at Facebook, at YouTube, at Instagram, or you can follow us all at our individual accounts if you want on Twitter or Facebook or wherever. You can get our merch, or if you really, really, really want to help us out, it's only $5. You can actually subscribe to our Patreon. Check that out because we have a lot of content we want to give you guys, and we want to put more and more out, and it's starting to get expensive. So hit us up. Thank you for watching this episode of the Kokomo Press Podcast. Thank you so much. We love you. 2 kisses.